Hey guys, so that Monster Simulator was quite popular, but players were having a lot of issues and questions on how to use it correctly, along with asking how to get an accurate HP and defense. So I updated the Monster Simulator to make a true HP buff and defense buff calculator, and I'm going to demonstrate how to use all of this. First thing is you need to figure out how to download this. You go to the video, and if you look in the Discord right here, go to the Discord channel. You'll come to my new Discord and you just go to start here, verify yourself, and after you verify yourself, you can go to the Evony TKR Spreadsheets and you can download it right here. Make sure that when you open up the tab that you go to File and make a copy, otherwise you're going to be requesting me to give you access to my copy, which I'm not going to do. So now that you have that done, now we can determine how to use this. First thing is we need to attack a level 3 alliance boss. So let's do that. I'm going to attack, and I'm going to use the general that I usually use to kill monsters. Now, I like to use Theodora just because of her luck drop, but you can use whoever you want. For the troops, we're going to go ahead and put, I like to put a nice even number. And you want a lot of troops because the more troops you have, the more accurate it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and march this. Attack, and let's take a look at this. So it's 2,500,000. So let's put this number in down here in the boss damage spot. Now you want to take a look at the alliance boss event. And this is because the alliance boss event has some modifiers. When it says increase the troop attack by 100%, if you don't realize that is just if you have 1,000% buff, now it is 1,100. Same thing with decrease, it is now 900 for ground troop. There is one where it says 20% and it'll say damage. That's supposed to be a modifier, which will be huge, except it doesn't work in Evony.
Sounds good, doesn't work.
I do have it in my simulator, but do not use these until Evony fixes this, if they ever do fix it. But these do work in the simulator only, but not in Evony. So if it says 20% for right now, just put none. Since there's no modifier for mounted, I'm going to put none. Alright, now I need to figure out what my flat attack is for my mounted. So I'm going to go to Details tab. A single mounted troop attack is 380. And we're going to write down all these numbers for right now. But this is going to be your research and your monarch gear. So you don't have to worry about this monarch gear. It's already accounted for, that 180 right there. Now we have to look at our general. And for me, it's going to be Roland. And I'm going to look at all the flat buffs. Look at your dragon. If your dragon has flat buffs, I have a flat buff on my spear. And some flat buffs on my rook bracers. I also have a flexible specialty that has a flat buff. So look at your assistant and your main general for that. Take it all, calculate it up. It's an Excel spreadsheet, so it's pretty easy. Take the sum, and it's 3,814. And I already plugged that in beforehand. So now that we have our flat, we can go ahead and look at the attacks. So I need to put this back at the alliance boss. And it is telling me that my true attack, this is going to be your monster buff, your marching, your basic, everything right here is 29.2. So I want to just go ahead and copy that and paste it right here. So now I have my attack. Now I can verify this by attacking a monster. So I have a Cerberus pulled up right here. And let's take a look at how many troops it takes to kill a Cerberus. Right here I have 17,069. So let's try this. One 7,069. And if you have no wounds, you know that at least part of it's correct. Now let's just do one less. So I can just put 68 and see if I get wounds now. 0.7068. So this is just one troop less, and it's just to verify that we have the true attack buff. And now I have wounds. Great. So that shows us that now we are good on attack. We don't have to do anything else. The only thing else that you might want to do for attack is do a rally, just to determine what the difference is from your rally buffs and your normal attack buffs. And for that, you'll just go here, do the same thing, do a rally this time. I like to keep the troop count the same. And I'm going to attack now so nobody joins my rally. And I can take a look at this and determine my rally attack. That's 3994. All right. We're going to change this back to the alliance boss. So it's 2238. And now I want to know the difference between them. So I'll just say this number subtracted by my initial attack, and this is how much rally mounted attack I have. Copy that number, go to rally, and paste special. So now I can choose from solo or rally, and I'll have an accurate attack. So there we go. We have the minimum number of troops to kill, but now players want to know how about their HP and defense. So for this one, again, you're going to have to calculate your defense and HP. Also, I didn't say this, but make sure you put the correct attack debuffs and defense debuffs. Otherwise, these numbers will get messed up if you're attacking a monster. So how to determine your HP? What we're going to do is we're going to attack a monster and get wounds. I'm going to attack another Cerberus. And this time, I want to use tier 1s, and the reason I want to use tier 1s is tier 1s have low defense, and remember what we said about boss monsters. Boss monsters are going to deal a lot of damage, and defense doesn't really matter much. So having a super low defense makes it so that the defense stat is pretty much irrelevant. Looking at this, if I go put this as a Cerberus, I can determine that it takes 3 million troops for me to kill this Cerberus. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to send, it doesn't really matter. I just want one attack. You want only one attack to happen. And for this, I'm going to want to send about 2 million. Now the reason I'm seeing 2 million is the way I have this set up is I only want to be wounded once. I only want one round where the Cerberus hits me. So if it takes 3 million to kill it in one hit, 2 million will kill it in 2 hits. It's just kind of basic math. Now, if you really want to be specific, you could just do one troop less and take the wounds. I'm just doing this just because it's easy to put 2 million. And I'm going to attack. So we got 4,803 wounds from the Cerberus. We're going to put that right here on wounds from boss monster. We're going to be doing common monster for the defense, but for HP, since defense doesn't really matter, we're going to do a boss monster. There we go. We have 4803. Again, make sure your mounted troop and your march size is accurate. So right here, I'm a little off. So I'm going to put 2 million. Also, if you want it to be very accurate, go ahead and put a defense in from a PvP battle. I'm going to go to PvP. We're going to go right here. To troop debuff. To troop buff. And right here we have a defense of 1669. Now this does not include your mounted defense, which again, doesn't really mean anything against boss monsters. But you'll see that right now is 87%. If we put that right here, and we're just going to put 1670 just to round it up. Because it's higher than this, so it doesn't really matter. When we go back down here, it went down by 0.01. And I know that doesn't seem like much at all, but it will change the accuracies of these results. So right here, we have our HP. So now we're going to copy that and paste it up here. Paste special. All right. So now we need to determine our defense, and we have to attack a common monster for that. So if we find a common monster, right here we have a Wraith Hunter. If I go to my Monsters tab, I'll find a Wraith Hunter. It's number 237. What I did right here is I just changed the level, and now they're all in order. I just look at all the different monsters that are level 35. Now I'm going to go to the back to my Monster Simulator, and I'm going to put 237 right here. And when we take a look at this, it's determined that 300,000 troops will kill it. A little bit more than that. So I want to change this to 300,000. And I'm going to attack. Again, you only want one attack, one hit from the boss monster. If you get more than one hit, this is not going to work. So I'm going to attack it and verify that I would only get hit once. So let's take a look at what the battle report says. So it says I have 5,206 wounds. So I'll put that right here. And this is giving us our defense. Now, what I could do is I could copy this, come up here, paste special, values only. Then I can change this back to a Cerberus, which is 491. Again, I sent 2 million at it. And now this is slightly different. You don't see any differences because it's like in the hundreds, but then I can come back up here and change the HP, paste special, values only, and I can go back and do the Wraith Hunter. Again, I set 300 at it. And this is going to slightly make it more and more accurate. So, you know, we're still at 1,778. I'm going to go ahead and copy that again. I know they don't look like they've changed, but sometimes they change very small values. And I'm going to paste special and values only. Okay, so now let's verify that our results are pretty accurate. Now we're going to go find another monster. I have one saved here. Let's go to Sure, we'll do this Inferno Warrior. Okay, monster. He's a level 33, so we'll just go down here. 235. Again, go to 235. And it's telling me it's only take 200 and some change troops to kill it. This time I want multiple rounds because having multiple rounds ensures that I'm quite accurate with this. So let's do this by, let's say like 70,000. That would ensure at least 4 rounds. I'm going to put 70,000 right here. And let's take a look at that report. On this report, I have 3,790 wounds. If I take a look at the battle simulator, there we go. 3,790 wounds over 4 battles. So that is how you'd get an exact amount of HP, defense, and how to use the battle simulator correctly. Some issues that I see people having are they might not put the correct percentages. Like sometimes they'll put a number right here, but it's not a percent. It's just a flat number, and it will throw off these numbers quite a bit. Don't forget to put your debuffs. Don't forget to change your number of troops. I did think about making a specific, number of troops for each one of these, but it's quite tedious. So I hope that explains how to use this a little bit more accurately. And if you have any questions about anything, again, please ask either in the comments below or through Discord, and I'll try to answer everyone's questions. And again, thank you.
That was more than a mistake. That was done purposely, okay? That was not a mistake. That was done purposely.